All right, welcome back. Let's focus on simplifying exponential expressions. So it's a skill that includes a lot of rules. The best way we can learn them is just to keep practicing them. So let's start on the left with a question from one of the tests. On the right is a question from another test. So we'll do both of these so everybody gets a chance to look at how these are solved and check if what they did is correct. When we are looking at these exponents, and if they are in fraction form, best thing to do is take care of the numerator separately from the denominator and deal with them as if they are two separate problems. So let's take a look at the one on the left in blue. Let's look at the numerator, so just the top part, and we notice, like always, that we need to look for the parentheses first. So let's work with the parentheses first. Bam. So in that one, the 2xy was in the parentheses and it was to the fourth power. So we distribute that 4 to everything inside. That means not just the x and y, but the 2 as well. So you get 2 to the fourth, x to the fourth, and y to the fourth. After that, I'll do the denominator kind of at the same time, but they don't really cross just yet. So in the denominator there's a parentheses and it is has a -2 exponent on it, so we distribute that -2 to everything on the inside. So that means 3 times, the 2, the x, and the y. So the -2 gets distributed to the 2 and x. On the y, since it's -2 times -1, it'll become +2. Now in the numerator it's still quite messy, so we need to combine those like terms. If you look at the 2's, there's 4 of them in the parentheses. There's a 2 outside the parentheses, which combines to give us 2 to the 5th. Now remember, you're not multiplying the bases, you are just counting the exponents. You're counting up how many 2's we have. We have 5 of them. So you do one thing at a time, and that's count the exponents. Do not multiply the bases as well. So you do not end up with something like 4 to the 5th. You're just counting the 2's. The x's, we notice there's 1 in blue, 4 in red, and another x, 2 x's in blue. That gives us a grand total of 7 x's. The y, you have to combine the 4 with the -3. Together, they add up to 4 plus -3 is 1. So that gives us 2 to the 5th, x to the 7th, and y to the first power. The denominator stays the same. What happens in that next line, if you notice the things I wrote in red, those are the ones I changed. So everything that had a negative exponent, I switched its position. There was 2 to the -2 and x to the -2 in the denominator, so I switched its position to the numerator, so it is now positive. And then we can combine all of those pieces together. So the 2's, so we combine all those together. The 2's, there are now a total of 7 of them. The x's, there are a total of 9 of them. And the y's cancel. There's 1 y in the numerator, 2 y's in the denominator. 1 y will cancel, leaving us 1 y in the denominator. Okay. Looking back, probably the let's see, what is it? Part that we must remember, where is that? Is to take these guys, the ones that are negative exponents, and make them positive. Not that they're incorrect, it's just standard form to keep them as positive exponents. Let's take a look at the question on the right. Or you can pause here, take a look at the first question, and double check your work. Okay, let's take a look at the second question on the right. Maybe you try this on your own without any help. So press pause now and try it. Okay, welcome back. What you could have done, because there's so many ways to solve these, I'm just showing a way that I'm comfortable with. If there's another way that you can do and you feel comfortable with, you can stick with it. In this one here, I distribute find the parentheses first, distribute that exponent. Bam, 3 times it happens. 2 to -4, x to -4, y to -4. The denominator, distributed 3 times as well, to 2 to -4, x to the 8, and y to the -4. In the numerator, combine like terms. That's what we should get. Denominator stays the same. Here I circle all the things that I'm going to move, and in the second line in red I wrote all the ones that I've moved. In the next step I just show you which one should combine. So the 2's, there's 4 in the numerator, 3 in the denominator, so they cancel, 3 cancel, and there's 1 left in the numerator. And for the x's, there are 3 in the numerator, 8 in the denominator, so 3 cancel, and 5 are left in the denominator. For the y, there's 4 in the numerator, 7 in the denominator, so 4 will cancel and 3 will be left in the denominator. Alright, there you go. We'll see you in the next video.
Bye.